In this video, we talk about the mobility lease, which is a medium-term rental contract in France. Following an Élan law passed in 2018, the mobility lease aims to reform the real estate market, facilitate the construction of new housing, and protect tenants. As Airbnb's short-term rentals are heavily regulated in Paris, it was only possible for homeowners to rent out their apartment on a long-term basis, or they'd need to apply for a short-term rental permit. Medium-term lease just wasn't possible. The mobility lease was created to fill this gap. This more flexible contract allows for homeowners to rent out their property on a medium-term basis, provided certain conditions are met. Firstly, the duration must be between 1 and 10 months, and the contract can be renewed at any time, provided it doesn't exceed this 10-month limit. Secondly, the property must be furnished. Finally, this type of contract is for professionals undergoing training or traveling, students in higher education, interns, or young professionals completing a VIE or an apprenticeship program. Whilst the mobility lease allows for greater flexibility, it still needs to meet certain rules. Rental rates are capped just like they are on the long-term rental market, and are based on property criteria such as high-end features and exceptional views. The contract must expressly mention why this professional qualifies for this type of lease. Finally, there's no solidarity clause. This makes home sharing easier as each tenant has to pay their share of the rent directly to the landlord. At the end of the contract, the tenant is not obliged to tell the homeowner that they're moving out, as the lease already terminates on a fixed date. However, if they wish to vacate the property early, they have to give 1 month's notice. Though mobility lease contracts don't require tenants to pay a security deposit, homeowners are still very well protected. The property is covered by the free Visal guarantee. This covers any inconvenience the owner may face, such as unpaid rentals or damage to the property. Visal directly compensates the owner and takes care of the rest. While there are some restrictions and regulations, the mobility lease tackles the lack of medium-term rental solutions in the capital. In addition to the mobility lease, there are alternative solutions for renting out your property on a medium-term basis, such as the secondary residence lease and more. We're happy to explain all the nuts and bolts of mid-term rentals in Paris and help you find the solution that fits you.